Think of the calmest, most self-reliant man you've ever met, and multiply his independence tenfold. There you have the Sigma male, a truly rare breed who stands entirely outside the usual alpha or beta dynamic. He's an enigma whose subdued confidence draws people in and pushes them away all at once. But beneath that cool facade, he bears a distinct blend of insight and frustration that shapes his worldview in surprising ways. Today, we're uncovering 10 harsh truths why Sigma males secretly hate everyone. Number 1. They despise phony social rituals. A Sigma male looks at standard social customs, loud gatherings, forced small talk, or office birthday parties, and sees them as empty displays. He'd rather be solving problems or developing himself than making polite chatter about weekend plans. While he's civil, he internally recoils from what he views as pointless small talk. Over time, this dissatisfaction blossoms into a subtle contempt for gatherings based on hollow norms. It's not that he hates individual people. He loathes the performance everyone seems to put on, feeling that it wastes his time and insults his intelligence. Number 2. They're disgusted by mindless conformity. Most of society, to a Sigma's eyes, thrives on copying trends, be they social media challenges or one-size-fits-all career paths. Sigmas, meanwhile, pride themselves on forging a unique route, caring little for status symbols. This stance can stir a quiet anger when he sees how easily others line up for approval or acceptance. He wonders, why don't they question these norms? Such passivity makes him impatient. He's forced to accept that while he values fierce individualism, many enjoy the comfort of conformity. That clash can evolve into scorn for a world happy to follow instead of think. Number 3. They spot manipulators instantly. Because Sigmas observe more than they speak, they catch manipulative games, subtle guilt trips, flattery baits, power moves, long before the manipulator realizes they're exposed. Nothing irritates him more than seeing these petty mind games succeed on unsuspecting victims. He hates how easily people are swayed and how abusers exploit them. It's not pure hatred for everyone else, but a targeted frustration that so many let themselves be manipulated. Over time, this vantage point fosters a kind of righteous anger. He can't stand the deception, nor can he believe how no one else seems to notice it. Number 4. They can't ignore society's double standards. Sigmas often run into contradictory rules, where someone is allowed to speak freely if they're popular, but an outsider is criticized for saying the same thing. He sees these double standards in workplaces, social circles, even families, and it eats at him. Rules aren't enforced with consistency, favoritism roams free, and illusions of fairness fall apart under scrutiny. While others might shrug or adapt, the Sigma quietly harbors a sense of injustice. This silent disgust grows each time he encounters an unfair advantage, fueling his resentment toward a system that champions hypocrisy over genuine merit. Number 5. They loathe being needed for trivial issues. Oddly enough, people around the Sigma often rely on him for solutions because he's so competent. But not all problems merit his time, and the constant pestering with trivial asks such as, "Could you fix my laptop?" or "How do I handle this small argument?" wears him down. He seethes inside, wishing everyone would handle their own minor dilemmas. While he's capable of helping, he views repeated reliance on his skill set for petty matters as laziness on their part. This fosters a low-level bitterness. It's not that he hates the people as individuals, but he resents having to bail them out of thoughtless messes. Number 6. They dislike public displays of weakness. It's not that Sigmas have no compassion. They simply believe in private displays of vulnerability. When they see public meltdowns or emotionally charged confrontations, they can't hide their discomfort. Deeply self-reliant, they suspect people who cry for attention or validation in front of an audience are manipulative, or at least misguided. This triggers a quiet animosity toward all the emotional noise society glorifies. He doesn't detest someone struggling. He detests what he reads as performative weakness in broad daylight. which to him feels like an indirect power play. Number 7. They grow tired of others' demands for validation. A Sigma rarely asks for applause, and he's baffled by how many people seem starved for likes, compliments, or group approval. They chase external affirmations in everything, be it social media, workplace accolades, or romantic relationships. While a little recognition can be healthy, the Sigma sees an endless hunger for praise as pathetic. He holds himself to a standard of quiet achievement, assuming your work speaks for itself. Watching others scramble for validation stirs his cynicism, reinforcing the idea that he alone stands on solid ground while most others fish for fleeting strokes to their egos. Number 8. They've seen the worst in human nature. Because Sigmas are hyper-observant and often more perceptive than they let on, they witness the darker sides of people's personalities: envy, betrayal, hidden agendas. Over time, these repeated sightings corrode their faith in humanity. They suspect everyone has a selfish angle, waiting to pounce the moment vulnerability appears. This leads to a deep-rooted wariness that can look like hate, but in reality, it's more a protective shield, a pragmatic recognition that many people will exploit weaknesses if given a chance. This viewpoint naturally distances him from the crowd, fueling a simmering resentment that he can't break free from society's morally grave underbelly. Number 9. They view most complaints as excuses. In the Sigma's eyes, lots of complaints people air about their jobs, relationships, life choices reflect an unwillingness to fix their problems. He's a solution-focused man. If a situation is intolerable, change it or leave. The constant whining, blaming, or seeking pity grinds his nerves. He regards such behavior as an irresponsible refusal to take action. Rather than empathize, he thinks, stop making excuses and do something. When these complaints do not lead to meaningful change, it further cements his silent disdain for the talk but no action mentality he sees everywhere. That cynicism can appear like hatred, but it's truly his frustration toward inertia. Number 10. They don't hide their ability to walk away forever. The final, chilling reason behind a Sigma's quiet hatred is simple. He can always opt out. If he truly despises the environment or the people he's dealing with, he'll vanish without a backward glance. And that possibility, knowing he's not tethered by the usual social or emotional constraints, means any simmering animosity might never be resolved in a friendly manner. He won't work it out if he deems it pointless. He'd rather leave, severing ties in one decisive act. This capacity to abandon entire networks or relationships underscores a stark truth. If pushed, the Sigma's dislike for the world can lead him to exit it on his own terms, leaving everyone else reeling. At first glance, you might dismiss a Sigma male as merely disinterested or quietly confident. But scratch deeper and you'll uncover a foundation of genuine frustration, a potent cocktail of disdain for hollow social norms, manipulated systems, and the complacency he sees everywhere. It's not a theatrical hatred, nor is it universal or petty. Instead, it's a calculated contempt for what he perceives as shallow, weak, or hypocritical in society. Do you agree with the points I mentioned in this video? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. For more deep dives into the Sigma male mindset, be sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching and being a part of our community. If you're ready to continue your journey toward achieving greatness, hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. Click here to see why Sigma males never return once they walk away and why it hurts.